All right, y'all, today we're going to look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, see if it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And today my DMs are open for new patient intake for those that want to be treated with Boudoir Pico. So DM to see if you qualify, but let's get into this. All right, so Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS, is when our Boudoir Facebook ad has a unique CTRL under 6%. So this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking, somewhere on our ad. And we care about this because this means that the women did not simply scroll by and, we just wasted money when that happens. So it's basically the non-scroller buyers. And we know that when women have clicked somewhere on our ad, that our ad has entered their brain. And when our ad enters their brain, we know that that's the only possible way that we can get them to buy from us. So we need to get this number as high as possible. And a unique CTRL under 6% is actually not normal, although it has been, it's the most common thing I see when I actually take Boudoir Facebook ads, look at them, test them, is a unique CTRL under 6%. It's not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. So it's very common, but it's a very common deeper root cause that I keep seeing. So the deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we can see our universe, taking shape here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Also, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, Boudoir Pico. Treatment takes about a week. And what we do with this is we duplicate the current ad that has BLCS, and we can keep that original one running, the BLCS ad running, or off, whatever. But the duplicated ad we treat with Boudoir Pico over the course of about a week. And once we get basically just look at the metrics at the end, and we keep whichever one running that we need to keep running, or that is the best metrics. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So instead of the 3 pre-click mistakes, Boudoir Pico solves those and we get pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Really all this means is we've gotten the unique CTRL above 6%, which is where it needs to be. We need to begin our ads for a cold audience, women that have never seen us before, we need to begin our ads into more than 6 out of every 100 women's brains. And a Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, DBA. So here we go. We got our universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes, but we simply show Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment, and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost, and our unique CTRL of our ads is above 6%. So in my residency, I went out and found a Boudoir Facebook ad out there. Took it in-house, tested it, brought it to the hospital, tested it by myself. Found the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So this ad was getting into 4.3 out of every 100 women's brains. So we know that BLCS is present. So okay, I duplicated it. I treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week. And I got the treated ad up to a unique CTRL of 6.88%. So I went from like 4 out of 7 to basically 7 out of 10, or 4 out of 100 up to basically 7 out of 100. So we found out is the old original ad with BLCS was wasting 37% of ad spend. So if they're spending, 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, now we can actually decrease the ad spend by $3,700 a month, which was all being wasted. Pocket that as like kind of an extra bonus or an extra profit by simply not having to spend it. That's $3,700 a month every month for the next year. That's like what, 40 grand bonus just for a 1 week treatment. $40 back in the pocket for 40K back in the pocket. And instead they can spend, was it 6,300 bucks a month on ad spend with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad and get their Boudoir Facebook ad into the same number of women's brains as the original. So really big gains. Second part of my residency, went and found another Boudoir Facebook ad out in the wild. Brought it here to the hospital, we tested it out. Unique CTRL of 1.39%. So it's under 6%. We know Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS, is present. So same thing, duplicated it, treated the duplicated ad with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. And we got a unique CTRL up of 9.13%. So basically, previously I was getting into 1.5 out of 100 people's brains, but now we're getting into like 9 out of 100 people's brains. That's a massive increase. So we found out that the original ad with BLCS was wasting 84% of ad spend, which means instead of spending 10 grand a month, 8,400 bucks a month is literally being wasted every single month. So it's, what's that, 100 grand in the next 12 months. So instead we can decrease our ad spend by 8,400 bucks a month. That was all being wasted. Spend only 1,600 bucks. 1,600 bucks a month. Pocket that 100 grand, kind of as like an extra profit in the next year, and get our ad into the same number of women's brains with the Boudoir Pico treated ad. Finally, had a patient, his Boudoir Facebook ad had a unique CTRL of 5.03%. So okay, that's under 6%. We know BLCS is present. And so duplicated, actually did a lot more work on this one. Treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found out that original ad was wasting about 67% of ad spend. So if he's spending, 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, 6,700 bucks of that was being wasted every single month. So he can decrease his ad spend by 6,700 bucks a month, only spend 3,300 bucks a month, pocket that, it's like a $6,700 bonus from not spending it, not wasting on the Boudoir Facebook ads. And it was at like 80 grand, 80K in the next year. And spending just simply 3,300 bucks a month with the Boudoir Pico treated ads, we can get our ads into the same number of women's brains as the original. And from what I'm seeing in my practice is the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. So we can see right here, wasting 37% of ad spend, wasting 84% of ad spend, wasting 67% of ad spend. The average of those is probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. Which means on average, if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, 5K a month or 60K in the next year is being wasted, and we can eliminate approximately that amount. So back to this, we're going to diagnose to see if it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, so we definitely got the below creative cluster mistake here. This is where we're following what Facebook recommends. We fill out all these fields. So yeah, that's the false belief that caused us to make this mistake, is we're trusting what Facebook is recommending us to fill out. We're trusting that's best for us. But in fact, it's best for Facebook because filling these things out makes more people scroll right on by, which enables Facebook to serve more ads per unit time. So Facebook makes more money per unit time, and we waste more money per unit time because we got more women scrolling by our ad per unit time. So we're losing money, Facebook's gaining money. So that's a mistake. Next, we got the, looking at the picture here, we got the, looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe ads should look like ads because that's how, newspaper ads, magazine ads, TV commercials, other ads on social media have always looked. But in fact, the consequence of this is more and more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad, and our ad does not enter their brain. We're wasting all that money. All right, finally, look at the see more headline, first 2 3/4 lines. Facebook mobile newsfeed. Attention ladies 30 and over. Gifting this to 30 women who are in their 30s, feeling floaty, want to thrive. Boudoir session this month to give them that boost. All right, so we know who we're talking to. Okay. So we're missing a little bit of context here. We got more context than most Boudoir Facebook ads, so that's good. But we're still missing context. We're missing things that really, that really cause ad viewers to move. So lack of context mistake, the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe we're providing enough context, the right context of talking to the right women, getting the right women to click in, but we're actually missing a specific dimension that really makes ad viewers really click in and really interested. So the false belief that causes us to make this mistake is, ads been working good enough. People are, people are clicking, coming through our ad. Our ad looks like other Boudoir Facebook ads, so everyone else cannot be wrong, can they? Well, on every Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen and tested, they have all had BLCS. So, and it's because everyone's following everyone else and making these 3 pre-click mistakes. So the consequence of this is we're gonna have way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. We're gonna be wasting all that money. So my diagnosis, yes, I do believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has a unique CTR under 6%. Therefore, I do believe that this does have Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS. So if you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads and you decide you've tested everything to try to pull profit and revenue out of other parts of your business, you decided, okay, I need to eliminate my wasted ad spend because I do have BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, then contact me today. Today's the last day of this month. My DMs are open. Today I am doing new patient intake. And, if you're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads on average, I can price eliminate, like 50% of that wasted ad spend, 60 grand in the next year, and get our Boudoir Facebook ads into more women's brains at a much lower ad spend. So much, much, much more efficient. On average save about 60K in the next 12 months. So my DMs are open today, so shoot a message on in.